Mamui na akwaba edeba Kintu TV neti fonani nkonkohwe eye NDC akache. Na government workers Ghana ham say part to be ama the sitting president aya Sęcret based on the form salary increment on sensema ekoso ewo manga ne mu ha. Na nim say 11 months pepe na ye assistant John Dramani Mahama abetina ya kunya kese ne so. Na so sa 11 months for strike the strike party akoso manga ne mu ha teachers for nurses for ina akos strike aya Sęcret. NDC for saying Nebekaya some time ago, a bra Sęcret John Dramani Mahama the campaign. Or she was sitting a MVP Amanyukuna as MVP Abano, very incompetent. To so Bob making sure say never Bokuye ama a Ghana Memuhaina. And after saying as Sabashati for Sabran Susano, nurses teachers for Brinako strike. And so much on it in Sabran a far better chain and bra. Omuwumi anasembra ekoso o manga ne mu hete fo esi pine faculty in sasema teachers fo ni nurses fo so sa kana omdi to
that Honorable Lenchini was also appearing on this program to talk about presidential jet. I said, did he look at the topic? Because Honorable, this is you captured on City June 20 2021. Our presidential jet offers better security and safety than a private jet.
That is true.
Tobu. And this is a quotation. A retired police officer, a member of parliament.
Read the headline.
No, let me. There's a place I'm interested in. Parliament for Wawes, Peter Lanchini Tobu, insists that the Minister of Defense, Dominic Nitu's justification for non-use of presidential jet for the president's recent travel holds no water. So there's nothing you say today that will hold water for me. Again, lastly,
are you not concluding on the matter?
No, I've already concluded based on what he ever said. You see, the NDC, some of the NDC members of parliament and ministers have no right to even start this discussion at all. They have no right at all. This is Honorable Ablakwa, 15th December 2021. A government which claims to be facing one of the most difficult economic challenges of the modern era, and for which it seeks to railroad an obnoxious and regressive e-levy, should not be holding consultation for the purchase of a new presidential jet. We shall frustrate these two, consistent with the Akufo-Addo doctrine of priorities, as contained in the February Parliamentary Hansard of 15th February 2000. I want to know whether they've been able to solve every problem, whether they've paid the teachers, they've paid nurses, whether everything is in order for them to begin to discuss a purchase of presidential jet. We will resist it, just as they said. The key word that was flying all over was that the jet was in pristine condition. It is still pristine. President Mahama should use it.
But you've just been told by the minister that it's not in pristine.
I'm not listening to him.
Then when we should hear from the lady.
I know, but he's saying
when the then defense minister Dominic Nitu was explaining, they had none of that. They said that we should still use it. And remember, Honorable Ablakwa even said that it has 2 engines. If one fails, the other 3 engines, right? If 1 or 2 fails, still the other one can carry. So meaning President Nanado's life didn't matter.
Right.
He should sit in one flight powered by 1 engine. Even if this one is leaking.
The plane was perfect. It was flying well.
So let me hear from you.
Look, Mami Kasamunchi.
MPP is not changing your
Listen, we are not buying them. Nobody. Nanwe wanakufa bayo. See,
then that is the politics.
But it is politics. You think we'll stop the politics?
But why are you doing politics with the national area for the president?
We will not do politics.
You don't have to do politics.
Ghana bought a plane for the first time in 1974. Jerry John Rawlings, his soul rest in peace, was a flight lieutenant. Why didn't he buy a plane in during his reign? Rawlings did not buy a plane. You see, when you see NDC, look at their ideologies and their thinking and where they are coming from. Not just today. You guys have never believed in all these things. You think that NDC, MPP are the affluent ones and the Nanado ones who pass with the hold on, let me, my brother, when I'm speaking, let me speak, please. Listen. Rawlings never bought a plane for 20 years. Then, in the latter years, they did something that President Kufuor said, look, this thing is shrouded in secrecy. He didn't even go to Parliament. I will not fly those planes. So when he came in 2001, he sold those planes. Then at his end of his tenure, he ordered 2 planes, right? The now Falcon 900 and an Airbus, a bigger one. So President Kufuor was like, look, let's put the Ghana presidency where it should be. Because there were times when they would go to Libya and Gaddafi would give them a plane to come. Or President Obasanjo would give President Kufuor a lift to Ghana. When they go to international travels, the Nigerian president would give President Kufuor a lift to Ghana, then go to Nigeria. It was embarrassing. So President Kufuor was like, look, let's give a befitting legacy to the presidency of Ghana. So he ordered 2 planes, a Falcon for short flights and the Airbus, the bigger plane for international long-distance travel, which can carry the bigger press corps and people like what the Americans have. He ordered it. Guess what happens? President Atta came, the NDC now cancelled the bigger one and only left with the Falcon. So yes, that's the truth. Yeah. Atta cancelled it. So let's let the youth who are now listening to some of these conversations understand where the NDC.
Are you not mindful of the cost?
You're just speaking as though there's no cost.
It's more expensive for you to go and take a flight.
Let's educate the Ghanaians. When the NDC today tried to talk about buying a plane, they've never believed in buying any plane. Till they should stick, like my brother said, there should be an apology from Ablakwa in the first before we even start this conversation. Listen, when the President Kufuor, in his mindset, I'm leaving, but let's put, mistakes have been done in the past. Rawlings made big mistakes. Mistakes have been done. President Kufuor admitted I've not done well, but let's put Ghana presidency where it is. Order 2 planes, Falcon and the Airbus. Atta came, the NDC made all this noise. The first thing Atta did when he came was to cancel the Airbus. So we are now left with just the Falcon. And the Falcon 900 is a smaller plane, which now does all these international travels that it's not supposed to. So it does all those travels. And today, when Nanadu came, he's like, look, this plane has a problem. Let's try and get a new one. You heard all the oppositions and all the politics that the NDC did. We are going to stick with the Falcon or commercial flight for presidents, period. Nobody. If the NDC wants to roll with the supermajority and buy a new plane and approve it, that's their own problem. Ghanaians voted them supermajority to come in and increase 4 by 1 cedi, to come in and buy a lavish airplane. That's their own business. We, MPP, will not support the purchase of any plane until, like my brother said, until there is an apology. No, until you admit to Ghanaians that you did unnecessary politics with the plane. You see, all these private...
You had the majority in parliament.
No, that's fine. We did it. Listen, we wanted to bring everybody along. They opposed it. What I'm telling you today is that all these...
had the majority.
Oh, my brother. All these private... All these businessmen coming out to say, look, Qatar... You know, the American president, the Air Force One, is 35 years old. Qatar felt that the American president cannot have a 35. They've donated a new plane to Qatar. So the business community who are advocating should come together and donate a new plane.
Let me just go online.
You know, as a member can be a channel on a referee. Into a baby. So it's unfortunate, but all the same, no, and the new man to talk with him. The General Secretary say, "Be oh yeah, they be a party then we are from the other from. If from no Kasani, your friend, you all can say, Sala, no general discipline committee. That will be the best because party will be any. This one for now, discipline committee as no suspended now. Or because one for now, the due process. Into we know we are need the offer due process. Into someone discipline committee need the bus any pass mercy. Why no find this in here. It be no so that punishment we are wide the mouth.
Yes. Into utia or say BBC but oka discipline or say intim oka some ni bi na na ase na refi. So intim refi MPP party no egu ana. They don't have other leaders. They don't have other men. Again, I see these things are very recommended. Yes, whether they recommend for sanity to prevail or they will endorse the insanity to continue. The insanity from happening, or they will let